So you've been hanging on to an idea for a while. You've been hanging on to business strategy for a while. You've been hanging on to creative ideas for a while. But it's fully come to term. It is now full term. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Audrey. For those of you that are new here, for my new subscribers, thank you so much for subscribing. For those of you that are not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I'm on a journey to discover myself spiritually, emotionally, physically, and mentally. And so the way that I use, the vehicle that I use is fasting. And so I've been doing a lot of fasting videos and just diving deep into like more spiritual things. And so I want to share that with you guys. I would love for you to subscribe, so do that right now. Subscribe. If you do like what I'm saying in this video, please, 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 it does really help to interact on the video. So comment, share, definitely give me a thumbs up if you like what I'm saying, okay? So I'm gonna dive into this video really, really quick because this video is such a different video from anything else that I've ever posted on my channel. This is going to be a prophetic dream kind of video. And what is a prophetic dream? It's just a dream that has like a foreshadowing to it or a significant message to it. At least that's how I'm interpreting it in this moment. I might change that definition as I go, but with this particular dream, this dream was more instructional on what to do in the days to come, okay? So that's what this dream was. So I'm gonna jump into the dream. In this particular dream, I found myself pregnant. And in my mind, I'm like, oh, hell no. Ain't nobody gonna be pregnant. I don't want to be pregnant. And I have to be myself, you guys, so I'm gonna use, if I say hell and that offends you, then you're probably not even supposed to be here, okay? So I was pregnant in the dream, and I'm already fixed. I ain't finna have me no children anymore, okay? I have 3, I'm good. If I desire to have more, there's lots of children to be adopted, so I'm good. And so in the dream, I was pregnant. And then what I discovered was at one scene of the dream, I found that I took out the baby. Like I didn't birth the baby, like through my vagina, I didn't birth the baby, but it was almost like it was under my hoodie and stuff. Sorry, it was like almost under my hoodie and I just pulled it out. And I'm pulling it out and I'm looking at it but it had like a coating on it. You know how like if the baby's still in the sack? The baby was still in the sack, but I could see all its features. The feet were really cute. They were so cute. I love babies. The feet were cute. I could see the baby's features. It was a mature baby. It was like a full-grown baby. I would say that baby was like 37, 38 weeks, like ready to be birthed kind of baby. Still in the sack. I looked at the baby, kind of looked at the features, admired it, and then put it back under my hoodie. That's literally what it felt like in the dream. It was strange. Put it back under my hoodie. Fast forward to another scene in the dream and stuff. And then I'm standing in front of this building and there are doctors inside of the building. It was a glass building. They really couldn't see me, but they knew about my case. They knew about the baby being already like exposed, right? So the baby, they knew that the baby was in the sack and still exposed. And so they're discussing, and I can hear what they're saying in the building. And so they're talking about like, well, she can't carry full term anymore because she already has, you know, the baby's already been exposed. So we have to birth the baby right now. How is the baby gonna live on its own? We're gonna have to put that baby in the ICU or the NICU. That way that baby has oxygen to be able to live. We're gonna have to incubate the baby, or like they were trying to figure out ways where they can sustain or keep the baby alive, right? And they're like, I'm not sure if it's gonna work. They're pretty much just bouncing ideas back and forth, kind of like doctors do. I could hear them, but they couldn't see me. But in that moment when I'm listening to them, I snap back and come back to myself, and I'm standing there, and I just had this very strong knowing that the baby was gonna be fine. That if they deliver that baby right now, that baby would be perfectly fine because the baby already wants to be on its own. I felt like the baby wanted to be on its own and stuff. That's why the baby actually was already like out of me or whatever. It was outside of me. It wanted to be its own thing. Anyways, so the interpretation of the dream simply was this. And this is where the message comes in for everybody else. Now, for me, how God usually displays new ideas and visions for me, or like if I have like a new business idea, I'll have baby dreams. If I have a new venture or a new journey that I need to take, it usually presents itself in the form of a baby. And I think the reason it does that is because God wants me to nurture that baby and grow that baby. So anyways, in this particular thing, that was the representation of that. That baby was significant of a new journey, a new business, a new venture. And so this is me talking to you guys right now. That baby is significant of an idea, a desire, something that you've wanted to do for a while. You've been incubating it because it takes 9 months to grow a baby in the tummy. That child or that baby was full term. It's been full term. So you've been hanging on to an idea for a while. You've been hanging on to business strategy for a while. You've been hanging on to creative ideas for a while. But it's fully come to term. It is now full term, right? So that baby being full term, that baby is ready to be on its own. It's ready to come out. Now, me initially pulling out that baby first time was me like trying to play around with the idea of it sustaining itself. And I think I got kind of fearful. And that me putting it back was indicative of like, maybe people are not ready to see it. Maybe people are not even ready to shoot. I just thought about it. It could even be me doing this video right now because I shy away from doing stuff like this, like prophetic stuff or just like putting myself in a box because people want to box you up because, oh God, an epiphany. Poof. Anyways, back to the video. But you've been carrying around this idea for a while, right? And you haven't done anything with it. You've tried to maybe tell someone here and there about the idea, and then you retreated back into that space. But here's the message in that dream that's for everyone. The message in that dream that I felt like the Lord was trying to pass on was this. Whatever that idea is on the inside of you, it is time. It is time for that thing to live as a separate entity away from you. It means now you've got to grab that thing out of yourself and put it out. Put the idea out. Start that business. Do that thing. Begin to walk it out. And the Lord is actually going to help you because that reassurance at the end when I was hearing the doctors, I had this very, very strong knowing. It was so strong, you guys. I knew that that baby was ready to live on its own, that it was wanting to be separated from me, separated from, it was willing to now try to make it on its own, right? Not necessarily because I still have to be there to nurture the baby because it's a baby, right? But when babies are born, they're saying, hello, I'm my own person. I'm coming, you can influence me, but I want to do my own thing. And so whatever idea God has given you, allow that thing to now grow and become its own thing. Allow that idea to come outside of you and watch as it's sustained by all the elements that God has prepared you for till this very moment. And I feel like it's been a journey to develop that baby to get to the point of full term. You know, you've taken the time to grow your mind and taking the time to learn about what you need to learn. Now, the doctors that were inside the building that were talking, those are representative of those that you will present the ideas to. Those that have their own opinions of what it is that you're doing. Those that have their own presumptions and assumptions. And I felt like them hesitating was, they weren't too sure about the idea, right? They weren't too sure that this baby could live on its own. That means that they weren't sure about my idea. They might have been like even like questioning if it was even time. They pretty much represented the critic's voice that was coming against whatever it is that was inside of me or whatever it is that was mine, right? So don't be discouraged if you get people that say, I don't know if that's going to work. I don't know if that's going to work. I don't know if that's going to work. That happens all the time. Ask anybody who's ever started anything, how many people thought it wasn't going to work, and they will let you know. There's always naysayers. There's always those that are that cannot fully see the vision, because the vision technically is yours. Now you've had this amount of time to be able to display your vision to other people or explain your vision to other people, where it's either they have a buy-in or they don't. And that's okay. Not everybody is going to buy into your dreams and your visions and aspirations. That's perfectly fine. That doesn't mean that when you display your visions and your ideas to people that everybody's going to get it. And if everybody doesn't get it, that doesn't mean it's not a good idea, right? If God has given you something in this season that God has birthed on the inside of you, He's saying it is now time to present it out to the world. It is now time to deliver it. It is now time to display it. It is now time to walk it out. It is now time to set it free. It is now time to allow it to grow outside of yourself where you're trying to confine or contain it. Okay? He's saying, let it go. Release it. Now is your time to release it. And don't be afraid, because I had such a knowing that it was going to be okay. It was going to be fine. That baby was supposed to live on its own. It was ready. The baby knew it. I knew it. I knew that the baby would be perfectly fine. So that's literally God saying that you're going to be fine. That idea is His to deal with. So all you got to do right now is just ask God about where you need to start. And what the first step is. So it's simply praying, Holy Spirit, I just need to know what the first step is. Please show me how I go about it. Show me how I step into it. Show me how I begin this process. I trust you. I trust that you're going to lead me to those places that you want me to get to. I trust that this baby can live on its own. Help me not feel discouraged when the naysayers begin to come against me and stuff. So I really hope that this message speaks to you. Comment in the comment section below if it is a message that is speaking to you. If not, I know it's for somebody, and if not, it's for me. It's for me. It's for me. And I'm enjoying this because I have so much that God has placed in me. And if you're one of those people that have a lot where God has given you on the inside, start somewhere, because you'll notice that they have a recurring theme to the ideas that you have. Start anywhere. Anywhere is a starting point. Don't think, okay, what if I'm not in the Lord's will, blah, 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 and like just wait around. No, start somewhere. Anywhere is a good starting point if you have multiple ideas, okay? I love you guys. I will see you guys in another video. Remember to subscribe, like, and share this video. Please do share this video. Someone needs to hear this message, that it is time for them to release what God has put inside of them, because that thing has been matured, or that thing has grown to a point where it's ready to live outside of themselves. I love you guys. I'll talk to you guys in another video.